Oh, girl, my friend,
celebrate. I cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, I deal with the
yes, I
hands.
do.
Started to guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, put in the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard dash, honey yard dash, honey yard dash, honey yard dash, honey yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Hit dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought they could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, put in the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard dash, honey yard dash, honey yard dash, honey yard dash, honey yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. There's no need in keeping it local. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. You tell us I'm making a name. I put on the jets, the coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, move, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash.
Time flies, had so many friends go. I wonder when it's my time. I live every day Select the team you want to join.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Okay, guys, so for me,
Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left.
okay, guys, so we're
The Eagles are now on the clock.
every week when we do this shit. Let's go with 3 minutes. I leave.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
Oh, secondary.
The Eagles are now on the clock. 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 The Eagles are now on the clock.
Okay, what do you want? Nicholas, you're gonna be bringing this here.
The Eagles are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock.
How many first downs this man has? I can't count them, but I'll tell you what, he's zero. That's how trash this man is. Not up in here!
Ladies and gentlemen,
Look at the coverage, though.
ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
The Eagles are now on the clock.
Nice little sack right here, get him out of field goal range. That'd be a thing of beauty. That would be, that's...
The Eagles are now on the clock.
High game, though. We're good, we're good. I feel like this guy got lucky.
This be the green light. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot. They don't see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls and the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Steady, to the letter rock, turn it up. We giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets full? Counter of what kind?
Take it to the house, boy.
When it was time to get in it, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot, and you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dumb play, and you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align and move it all simultaneously over joints and rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess man. We installed out in you and your yes man. And if the game had veins, we'll insert up people the ground. Cause the adrenaline we play with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crown. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets full? Close encounter of what kind?
This is why my freaking chair breaks, okay? This is why it's broken and gets thrown across the room. Get freaking wrong! What is
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Start your week by installing your game plan. Start the regular season by selecting your season goal.
That's great. Fantastic. Thanks, man. Oh, I messed up.
Are you ready?
I think our trade this week is going to be for tight end. Yeah.
Going back to a little bit of B&B, a little bread and butter. Can't hit passes, though.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
We need it. We know what we got to do here. Throwing it. Play it up. Play it up. Cordarrelle Patterson. Oh, my days. Hoping that his player runs a drag, and I'll back that down to no tomorrow.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh,
They asked you my name, huh?
Ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Early I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. I come right. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I didn't know my everybody drop when I drop. Get shorty some support, right? Lifting up. Never not.
We're not going to do
New York City time. Another brother better. We will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Putting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. If you gotta ride, never tie. You will never know. You ain't never try. Work it out. Hit the gym, hit the field. Hey, yo, I need that.
big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hip is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. No, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, it's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit your team, shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me, we ain't go together. Like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds be.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength now.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw, Kessler. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here's Kessler to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete.
That's amazing. Could have done.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Antonio Brown, 81. The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Throwing is Kessler on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdog,
and they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory.
They knew it. They read it.
And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the
Ready.
So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. Kessler now to throw. Throw left side going to be taken in by Harris. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw is Kessler. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Kessler going to try and throw on 3rd. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th with Kessler. It is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession?
Ready.
On first down, Kessler. His throw incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Here's Brett Kern now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And he's able to get it out of there. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. And here come the Redskins now. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On 1st and 10, here's Kessler. And he whips that one incomplete there. Now this matchup, an important one for week 1, an NFC East bout right off the bat. These two teams have met twice a year since 1936, 168 meetings overall, and the Redskins lead the series, but the Eagles, they have won 4 straight against these Washington Redskins. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Kessler. On the crossing route, complete. That's Brown. Now Brown, he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball...
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. So we are at halftime. All right, we will save the week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big.
Go now. 10-2 stop.
Number 53, Mike 53. Swing.
Go.
Starting the 2nd half with a run by McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Kessler. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, Kessler. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
Guys,
so the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a run with McCaffrey.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the left. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Another try after the first down sack. Kessler. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. A first down throw for Kessler. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
From the gun on third, Kessler. Hard throw, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well.
And look at this. Another fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The fake punt gets them 10, and that changes things as they've got a first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 23 yards the pickup there. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path. A significant number.
5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
On 2nd and goal, Kessler, and this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Kessler, they'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Hammond, the intended target, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup.
That's why we're doing 4 games. That's how it originally was for the challenge. We're going to stick with that. But here we go, though. Getting ready for game number 1. Let's do it. The strategy, get in and out of these games as quick as possible.
The players on your team earned XP. Quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game.
Okay, guys. I want to see how.
This is the player card. Here you can see your player's strengths and weaknesses.
I got power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Double G rolls like a Stanley Yell Nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish him. Mess around with me and I diminish him. Even if I ever did the minimum, in the result, I better kill him.
Any quarterback that's better than Cody Kessler. This is the dude. This is the dude.
Sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat and watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop you looking bleak now. I was trying to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions when I speak they listen. Couldn't find the social vision.
Doubt it.
Cool it wasn't true. I know it's true cause you look like
Maybe.
Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top.
You have too many players on your team. Choose which players you want to cut.
I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
We're gonna see how Easton sticks.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. You better call back up. Don't worry me down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Call by that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm living. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot.
the man got one phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason.
Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field.
70, Indy. Watch out. Tie it right.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. And he finds Danny Amendola. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Christian McCaffrey, last year's catch leader among running backs, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Stick. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe.
I don't know who that kicker is, but he did a good job.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Here's McCaffrey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Stick. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Here's Stick, 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
I don't think
now they'll look to their...
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. Stick looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
Run, Easton.
And oh, he coughed it up.
Give him everything.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Off play action, it's Stick. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd and 10, it's Stick.
Mind about it?
Ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And to the 43. Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And this one will be brought back to the... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, his second sack of the night. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Stick looking to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. 20.
Yeah, if we just do
touchdown, Philadelphia.
that might be
Deshaun Jackson, his first touchdown.
We
So the football
continue.
will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take
If
over.
we could just start
Stick back to pass.
like this. This is when
Throwing
we
the out
start.
route incomplete. It's Jackson. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
From the 40 now on second down. Stick over the middle here to Brown. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. So we've come to half. And now due to we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now here's the Falcons defense getting set to go again. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third down, it's Stick. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they'll start with great field position. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire on deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double or triple move routes.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Desmond Trufant. And they So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
18 Gator.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down here at about the 4.
this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
He'll drop to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that'll bring up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. This is McCaffrey. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
He'll look to throw. Complete. He finds Bray. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
50, slant.
Here's a carry for the fullback. That's Anthony Sherman. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. It's Desmond Trufant. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. They go play action here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To throw on 2nd and 10. Stick. And this is incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11th. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what?
Guys, I'm going to play Renegade in this episode. We need a backup running back.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Actually, I'm going to take my team.
Yeah. Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest.
You have too many players on your team. Choose which players you want to cut. Start your week by installing your game plan.
Okay guys, we got this up.
We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point the car.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man. Check the wrist, man.
Shady! Throwing some. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. First and 10, Stick. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run with McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. A shotgun throw for Stick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
McCaffrey following the penalty. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Set 18, Gator. Watch the curve, Shoot.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey.
Go.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in 1st downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a 1st down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. On 2nd down, it's Stick. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Hassan Reddick. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll buy some time running. High throw, but the catch is made. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
We're working together. Have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Down. 90 Wolf. 54. Right 54. Don't get nervous.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And the return will be stopped. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
And this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Stick. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Stick looks to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to air it out deep for Amendola. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Eagles now.
Here we go! 30 base. Get it.
They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
12 yards there and a 1st down. This quarterback now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The psychology of the game.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Stick from the gun. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he will bring it back. An interception return from... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Stick back to pass. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up.
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. Here's Stick looking to throw. Picked off by Casey Hayward. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Jackson's got it over the middle. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
Ready? 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Let's go.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field downfield.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll drop the throw. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end, and able to rip off a big inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Over the middle here to Brown. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. This will be caught by Brown. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Stick looks to throw it again. And this is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, He hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all?
Okay, let's make a new rule. One free agency and one trade each.
Bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay,
Curly, no.
Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a faucet. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm time to bring the bass bird.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. We putting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve. Start your week by installing your game plan.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, taste of the rings. What I do? Lace up the shoes, taste of the rings. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, taste of the rings. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street.
Shirley, no.
Lace up my shoes, chase W's, great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. It's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's think.
Yeah.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. So a glance here at the key inactives. There's other reasons, but this list, one of the reasons they've been struggling some this year.
And one that they won't make excuses with, but everyone knows that this is the key reason. Without these players, it's made it very difficult for them this season. They've battled, they've scrapped, but without those guys, hard to win games.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, it's Stick. And that will be incomplete. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop. Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he rifles one incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. It's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this first quarter. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll throw on 2nd down as Stick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be Packer football. The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. We're scoreless after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And that'll make it 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And this is caught by Jackson. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 79.
Ready?
And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. 1st and 10, Stick. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun throw for Stick. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, it's Stick. And this one's incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust. I like what they were trying to do.
With a little over 2 minutes to play in the second quarter, the offense gets ready to take over. Now Stick, bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. Stick looks to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack there by Trent Murphy.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard. After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Stick back to pass. Flush to his right. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And Charles... This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Jackson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Stick looking to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Dancing to his left. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunity.
And look at this, another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Here's Stick on 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And they're going to set up. It'll be a 1st and 10 coming up as this offense takes over possession of the football in the 3rd quarter. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Crowder now to return. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And out will come the offenses. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. And his throw is going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not. And they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away, and late stages of the game here in the 4th quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Amendola again the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Right side caught by Jackson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Stick.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Here's Stick, 3rd and long. He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Garyon Conley. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Packers, it took a few weeks, but they finally...
If it's no good, we can go back to the Legends Fantasy Pack. There's the elite. There's... Oh. who's actually similar overall, but he helps with the chemistry. So he's going in, and then we move to 97 here. And then last but not least, Sharice Ray. We're at number 2 in this never seen this one.
Talk about that coach slide, I'm with it. Wanna see me now? God, I'm living. I know that you're trying to go big. Run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent on down to win. I can't feel bad about it. No, you sad about it. No, you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these stacks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I get back up. I get back up. You better call back up. Running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, oh God, I'm lit it. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent on down to win. I can't feel bad about it. No, you sad about it. No, you sad about it. No, you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blind in my headlock. In the end zone with the dead dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Know you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I get back up. I get back up. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, oh God, I'm lit it. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent on down to win. I can't feel bad about it. No, you sad about it. No, you sad about it. No, you sad about it.
And we did, and then, okay, we're gonna go right up now. Wait, oh my God, wait, is he not here right now? Am I getting this lucky? Okay, so, yeah, let's just keep doing this, guys. Like, I'm so down with this. Watch, he's gonna come back out of nowhere. I'm just gonna get screwed. Okay, bada bing, bada boom, this isn't fair. I actually feel a little bit guilty, but I'm still doing it.
How fit it be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch, like every time I touch down, I gotta stun. Brady Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats, so you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jake Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna